Mendelson and McDuffie made a terrible mistake, and every officer should have gotten a camera, but they didn't. And what compounded it even worse is well, this is what I wanted to ask you. I understand that the first 200 or 400 are going towards 5 and
8, 5th district and 7th district, 5 and 8.
7th district. So what I said to McDuffie, what's going to happen is my ward's not going to get the cameras, and sure enough, we didn't. So what's the, I don't even know, what's the latest?
So because of the shift in the funding, we have just 400 cameras out right now. We rolled those 400 cameras out in the 5th and the 7th districts, so Ward 5 and Ward 8. We picked those districts because those are the districts that have the highest density of police officer interactions with community members. I mean, they're densely populated. There is, more incidents of crime and non-crime incidents where police officers are engaged with community members. So it just makes sense for us to roll them out there to start with. We're not getting 2,800, which was originally what was budgeted, which would have really covered all of the 7 patrol districts, all the uniform officers on the street, the frontline officers. So what we're going to end up with now is about 1,200 cameras, and it'll be about 200 per district. We also have some of the specialized units that we want to have covered. So a total of 1,600 cameras, 1,200 in fiscal year 16. We have 400 now. So 200 per district. So you will have some. They just won't be on every officer like we really wanted them to be right now. And we're going to try and find ways to get additional cameras. We have some federal funding that we're looking at that we'd still like for traffic enforcement programs, where you can put them on traffic officers and some other things. But right now the cameras are out there, and I tell you, they make a huge difference. They really do make a huge difference. And we want as much of the video camera footage of police officers' interactions with the public to be public as possible. The mayor's FOIA exemption really was not about hiding our video. If I had my way, it would all be public. Problem is we have to make sure we protect witnesses. Last thing I want is a witness getting hurt because they happen to be caught in a body camera video, which they are every single day, or invading your privacy because we got a call to your home over an incident that's not even a crime, and an officer walks in your home to resolve a problem, and now everybody gets to see your living room and your interactions with the police on YouTube. That's not fair, and it's not right, and we have a strong interest in protecting privacy and safety of our residents. So, we'll work through it, and hopefully, get those. We should have cameras up in your ward, Jack, within the first 3 or 4 months of the fiscal year.
Okay. And all of us should work with my colleagues to get them to support when we get additional funding, all the cameras. And I really say that. When the chairman comes, let them know that you disagree with them. When the other large council members come, let them know that you disagree with them. Because we need to get 7 votes to get that money. That's the challenge I have right now.
And speaking of cameras, I just want to remind everybody who's joining us this evening that Castle Systems is going to do a short presentation on surveillance cameras when the police department wraps up. I'm surprised nobody asked, so I will. The shootings in Shaw, we had a couple homicides earlier this year. It seems to be, I've noticed it every summer, it seems like. I was at the community meeting 6 or 8 weeks ago after the first homicide. Anything new in Shaw and this ingrained issue with perhaps crews and their beefs? Sure. And
so obviously there's the common 5th and O, 7th and O area where we have seen periodic upticks in violence. The one homicide and shootings that are more recent in that area are not connected. Okay. We don't have arrests in case that we're working information that tells us that they are not connected. If we think something's connected, we're going to tell you, and we have to react very swiftly to those types of things. In fact, and I won't get into too many details, but in at least one of those cases, we think it was an accidental shooting.